Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the mods for Wednesday the 20th of August. I'm doing it a slightly different way round today. We are going to get onto the actual map and look at some of these in person, but some of these we're going to have a look at in here. We're going to start off with Alma Missouri. That has had an update today. That's updated by Celabuki. If we click on that and we scroll down, there's quite an extensive list there, changelog 1.1, and at the very bottom of the changelog it says, due to all the changes listed above, a new save game is strongly required. Again, you can see pretty much the whole changelog there, so if you wanted to pause it, have a look at the changelog, you can. That has been updated. We're going to go to the bottom here and start and have a look at some of these here. So we've got the Quicke Ballast Box 800, this by AgriDesignModding ABP team. This is 1.55 megabytes download, 2 slots for it, and it looks like this. We've got some colour configurations of various different parts of that. It is a weight box. Those are the images. Then we can move on to this. This is the Kubota VS Pack Fertilizers. This is by Round & Christie 1 VSR Modding Sir, 10.15 megabytes download. These are 3 slots each, and there are 3 sets. On the list you've got onto the right hand side there, you've got the 223, 34, 40 are different combinations of the smaller version. Then you've got the 800, then the 1350, 1650 are the larger versions of these. You've got main colour option on this and vinyl sticker selection. Kubota, you've got the old or new Kubota logo on there. These will, there we go, working width 9, 24 or 42 metres, and the capacities match up with the numbers. So 220 litres, 330, 440, 800, 1350 and 1650 litres. We can, if we want to, we can look at the screenshots individually. So that's the larger size of those. That's the Kubota. Sorry, the Kubota VS Pack Fertilizers. Next we've got the Kverneland 4140L, 8.24 megabytes download, 5 slots, 4 metre width on this. Yes, it is. 85 horsepower required. It's like a like the old disc binds. It's that version of the disc bind, as you can see from the images. Looking on there, it attaches on the back of the tractor. You can swing it out at different angles. You can put a front mower on there as well if you want to, so you could swing between the two. So run a front mower on the front 3-point, then this on the back if you want to, but it mows. And there were some colour configuration options on that as well for the various different colours on the mower itself. Now this is an interesting one. This is a little bit of an odd one. This is the Lemken Azurit 9 and Solitair 23 by RepiGaming, 21.72 megabytes download. It is 14 slots and 6 metres for the planter, and then it's 5 slots, 2,000 litres for the tank. If we click on there, you'll see the options and the images like so, with the tank on the front, as you can see. Now I suddenly thought, well, hang on a minute, that's a bit odd. I thought we already had this, so I went across my categories down to my planters, which is just there, and we've got it there, the Lemken Azurit 9 Solitaire 23. We come across here, we've got the Lemken Azurit 9 Solitaire 23 by Hispano, and they're pretty much the same. The price, horsepower requirement, capacity. I'm surprised Giants have allowed 2 mods that are, pretty much identical. Anyway, it's there, should you wish to use it. So let's come back up to our latest, and we move on to the Pöttinger. The Pöttinger Impress 125F Pro. This is 22.79 megabytes download and 11 slots. It's by Hispano, and it's a round baler. Again, we've got colour options on this, so it's 48 grand to buy, and colour configuration was the option on it. It's, again, fairly straightforward. It's a baler that does the baling thing. There you go. You see that with different colour configuration chosen. Let's come back off there and we move across to, now I'm going to show that, so we'll see that in a minute. We're going to see that in a minute. We move on to this, the Kuhn. The Kuhn, sorry, I'm saying it like that, and every time I say it, people say, why are you saying it? The KUHN GA8030. This is 20.71 megabytes download, 8 slots, 7.3 meters wide by Agrar Design Austria. This is a windrower, and it windrows. I think we had so there's a tyre option, and there was old and new on the swath curtain. That was it. That was the options on it, and it windrows. Yeah. To 7.3 meters, which is what you hope a windrower would do. There you go. Next we've got the CLAAS CONVIO Flex Pack by Jeff D25, 64.79 megabytes to download. 11 slots, and 13 slots. The sizes of these, we've got the 770, which is 7.7 meters, 49,300. We've got the 9.3 meter, which is 58,600. And then we've got the 12.3 meter at 79,800. Configurations on this was crop dividers. Was there switchable feed augers? I couldn't. I did put all these out so I could do the slot counts, but I couldn't work out what changed on that. If you look at the image there, the very back one that's got those white bits, that's the laser plot things. You've got the option to have those on or off, and you can also see the difference in the crop dividers. The front one has got almost like a framework version, and the one behind that's got a white, almost like a snoot version. Those are the options you can change on those just there. That's the CLAAS CONVIO Flex Pack. The Cressoni we're going to have a look at. Next we have got the New Holland Pack Header 5.1. This is 21.51 megabyte download, 7 slots, 5.1 meter for the header, because there are 3 items in here. Then we have got, I've lost it, 3 slots and 5 slots. We've got 2 different header trailers. One's a shorter header, one's a slightly longer header for various different headers if you've got them available. This only comes with a 5.1 meter. We've got options on this, if you can see on the images. Let's click on the image there. You can have the Convoy Agricole on there as well. And I think it was a rim colour option. But other than that, it's the header and 2 header trailers. Well, there you go. That is the New Holland Pack Header 5.1 meter. We're going to look at that, we're going to look at that, we're going to look at that, and we're going to look at that. So what we'll do is now jump over onto my mod map itself, and we'll have a look at the rest of these in the flesh. So on with the mods in the flesh then. We're going to start with this, the Lely. This is the Lely AP730 by ARM team, 10.37 megabytes download, and it is 5 slots and 6 slots because there are 2 of these. If we go to our balers, and this is under square balers, this one, and we go to here, so the AP730 and the 730C, same price. One was 6, one was 5. We got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Cargo XBib and XBib HD. Attacher type, no, this is weird. Attach type says standard with toolbar. I changed, nothing changed. I went round and round this, turned that on and off, and I couldn't see anything that changed on that, so I'm not sure what's happening with that. Then we've got our bale twine. At the moment it's empty. Be careful of that. You'll have to buy some if you buy it empty, but you can have it with twine in it if you want to. That's up to you. Chassis colour, anything on that palette does the chassis. Colour does the top section. Rim colour and license plate option on there too. Difference in 2 being this one has got that arm on it, and it has got a rear trailer hitch. So if you've got an auto load bale trailer or one of the small ones, there's a John Deere one knocking about, you can attach on the back of that. That whole chute opens up, so as you're doing small bales, they will go onto a trailer. Or if you're doing multiplayer, you can have another person loading the bales onto a trailer that's pulling behind. All the other options are exactly the same on this, so I've gone for the one with a chute. I haven't got a trailer behind it, but just so you can see it in operation. I think it has different size bales. Hang on, that's what I was going to say as well. In the description, this does say the AP730. I'm sure it did. Where are we? 0.45, 0.35 by 1.2 high density bales, and then the one with the loading chute 0.45, 0.35 by 0.8 high density bales. So it's slightly different bale sizes, that's all. So what we'll do is go to here. There's an option to change that bale size. If we open the cover, you'll see I've gone for the twine in there, but if you go for empty, you'd have to fill that up. Unfolding it, does that, and it pulls the, you just saw that, the trailer hitch pulled out a little bit, so fold that back because the trailer hitch goes back. So like I say, if you are running something behind that, it will do what it needs to do. If we switch this on, we should see the arms, the knotters, doing their thing, moving the stuff onto their, well, not the knotters, they're the arms that pull the stuff into the main chute, then the knotters are inside, but then come over out. Tell what I haven't done. Lower the pickup, there we go, that's better. There's no adjustment on this. There we go. I was going to say, there was no adjustment for taking it out further, otherwise I'm driving over the swath. There we go, that's better. Just brings it out to one side a little bit more. There we go. And there's our bales shooting out. They're quite small. But I say, if you've got a trailer on the back of that, happy days. 278 litre bales. Nice and small. It does the job. Very nice indeed. The Lely AP730 by ARM team. Next then we're going to go and look at this, where did I put them? Over here. And these are these. The Lizard SV20R by AgriDesignModding, Duysens-Agri, oh, and Nico do 55, I do apologise. This is 34.93 megabyte download, 14 slots times 2. The difference between the two tanks is the arms. The arms system here is different to the arms system here. Other than that, the tanks are exactly the same price, and where are we? There we go, same price and slot count. So we go to there, you'll see there 70 grand, 70 grand. Capacity is the same, 21,100 litres, 180 horsepower required. Same on both, it is just the arms that's different, but I'll show you on here. On this one, we've got the option for red, green, Samson, back to red, Trelleborg, Michelin, Big AT, Mitas, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg, with various different combinations, standard, standard, standard 2, wide, and there will be one you'll find. Colour of the pipe underneath, if you look just in the middle of that tanker, we've got green, grey, black, back to green. Colour of arm pipe, we've got green, see just down there, green, grey, black, back to there. Then you've got short pipe or long pipe, that's on that extension there, so it depends if you want a pipe hanging down or not. Lift configuration, now this is yes, and it puts that on the top. I've got no option for doing anything with that. I think it's just a decorative thing. I haven't found an option to move that around, but it's on there. If you've got precision farming on, John Deere manure sensing option on there as well, and license plate 2. And like I say, exactly the same with this one. Now, what is also a thing with these, they do have a splash plate on the back. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on a minute. What did I change on there? Because I could have sworn I've got an option. What changed? Wasn't colour of pipe, arm, short or long pipe, wasn't that. Lift configuration, there we go. That's what it was, sorry. So that, I'm thinking, hang on a minute. So it's got a splash plate on the back of it. If I take that off, splash plate on the back. So this will run as a slurry tank on its own. If I put that on, lift configuration, that puts a 3-point on the back, which allows you then to add attachments on the back of it. Attachments being things like this under the slurry tools section, so you can run those as well if you want to. I'm thinking, I'm sure I've got those in the back of there. There you go. So I'll show you the arm on this one. Some nice sound effects on this as well. So this one, L1, right stick up and down. Just add that bit of immersion if you're loading onto it, or even unloading I suppose, into or out of a slurry tank, pit, slurry pipe, whatever it might be. And then this one is a little bit more because it's got the extra pipe on it. So this one we've got, that does that, up and down does that. So like I say, again, if you're wanting to extend out further and go into a slurry pit, you can. And this one I did go for the top section on there, so if you do put an attachment on the back, you have got the arms. We should, will it still let me spray it as it is? There you go. 14 metres digestate or slurry out the back of the tank. And it is very nicely made and detailed, as you can see. Very cool indeed. That's the Lizard SV20R. Next, we'll look at the front item first, then we'll look at the back item afterwards. So next we've got the Croone Compact 10 by SMI Modding Team. This is 12.66 megabytes download, 8 slots, 7.8 meters wide. You'll find it under Kuhn headers. I got this out. Yes, we have already looked at some other different headers. Why did I not get those ones out? This is just the way this folds and unfolds is just a little bit different. If you've seen the Croone ones before, they're just very cool at doing this. So that's where you'll find it. We've got attacher options for New Holland, John Deere, CLAAS, Case, Fendt. Back again, we can change the design colour to match up with any of those and any other colours as well if you want to. If you wanted to go a little bit different, that would be entirely up to you. So the unfold on this is very cool. Let's unfold. Actually, let's lift the header up off the floor. Let's unfold it. It takes its time, but it's well worth it because it's a very, very cool animation on this. Hence why I'm showing it. Out go the snoots. Then it is good for operation. Quite straightforward actually. There you go. That's the Croone Compact 10 by SMI Modding Team. So let's just lower that down and detach that, because what it's attached to is this here. This is the New Holland TC590 by Just Farming. This is 12.22 megabytes download and 8 slots. You'll find this under harvesters, and it is just there. Options on this: we've got decals, new or old. Design standard or gold edition, if you want to go fancy it. Then you've got animations full or basic. I went full animations, which opens all the side panels and bits and bobs like that. If you want to go for a more basic option, you absolutely can. Horn, lights, beacon, pipe. Sounds pretty cool as well. Let's unfold it, because I always forget to unfold these things when I'm harvesting. There you go. Unfolds that bit on there. Come to the back. Let's see if we've got for enable and disable straw swath. Nothing visible. Nothing adjusting that I can see. Now we swing around and we have got our options, because I went for the more advanced. I love the aerial moving as well on top there. That's pretty cool. So doors and steering wheel. We've got R1 and right stick up and down does the steering wheel. You see the steering wheel adjusting? If we go in cab, you'll see that adjusting there. Then L1, R1 and right stick up and down does the door. Nice. If we press triangle again, we go to maintenance hatches and mirrors. L1, R1, right stick side to side does that mirror. Right stick up and down does that mirror. We come outside and we do left stick side to side, did that panel there. R1, right stick up and down, does that panel there. Right stick side to side, does that panel there. Press triangle again, we're back to doors and steering wheel. There you go. Has some extra options. I needed a harvester to show the Croone, so I might as well show that one while we're here. That's the New Holland TC590 by Just Farming. Now this is cool. This, for me personally, this is the highlight of the mods for today. For me, as for usability and just all-round coolness, this is the JCB 412S by Sully. It is 10.71 megabytes download and 6 slots. What's cool about this is it's not a bad horsepower, it's the price. It's about 40 grand for a wheel loader. Now often we get small wheel loaders and they're just a little bit too small. So it's the kind of bridging that gap between the very small ones and the slightly large ones. It's got a pretty good boom length on this, or arm length should I say, and it's nicely made and detailed. So this one you will find under your wheel loader category, just there, 40 grand. There you go, look. 199, 252, 262, 296. 40 grand. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Big Etty, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. So Trelleborg and Michelin just have those, no options within those. Then we go to Continental, we've got Standard, Standard 2, and I think we've got a couple of different options. There you go. On the BKT and the Vredestein 1 and 2. Mudguards, yes or no, and a license plate option as well. 130 horsepower, 18 miles an hour, not bad. So, there's our lights. We are articulated. It's going to see some use. It's going to see some use. There's no equipment or attachments that come with this. Wheeloader stuff will work, and then there are various different things with adapters. Yeah, see, you mean it's got a pretty good reach. Sometimes you get them and they're not quite as high as you'd like. But obviously, if you're going to be doing the real heavy duty stuff, you're going to be doing massive logging with huge log grabs and stuff, you're probably going to want a bigger wheel loader, but that's good. Entry level, 40 grand, can't go wrong. The JCB 412S by Sully. Turn the engine back off on that. Next I've got one of these out, not all of these out. So this is the Pinnacle. Sorry, it's not just the Pinnacle, it's the pinnacle of mods. This is the Pinnacle 6x4 pack by owner Emre. Now, I looked straight away and thought, hang on a minute, we've already had this from owner Emre. We haven't. What we had previously was the Anthem 6x4 pack by owner Emre. So this is the Pinnacle, not the Anthem. Options are pretty much the same, in all honesty. But this is that version. 26.43 megabytes download, 17 slots, 20 slots and 17 slots. I've got the middle one to show you. The only reason I got this out, I wasn't intending on showing you, was I wasn't sure whether or not these doors would open this way, which sometimes they do. I haven't got the option to do that. It hasn't given me the option to do that, but I will show you the vehicles under trucks. So there's our low loader. Option on this, 425 horsepower, 455, 505. I think that's the same at all three. We've got beacons, it's on the back. We've got 1, 2 and 3, I think it was. Yep. We've got day cab premium. I think this might be the same at all three as well. No and yes. Attachers on the back. Trailer attacher, yes or no, on the back of there. Then we have got main colour and rim colour and license plate option on there on that one. I found with these in the past that the ramps are actually quite short, so you can find that when you unfold the ramps, if you've got something with a very low ride height, it can get caught on the sort of the bridge over, if that makes any sense. Apologies if it doesn't. Then we've got this version here, the dumper truck. So you've got dumper truck or you've got bale trailer, flatbed edition. And that's why I thought I'd check it, because sometimes you get the option for those doors to open and still have it as a flatbed, but I can't find an option for that. So there's those two options on there. Again, with this, we've got 425, 455 and 505. Day cab option attaches. Capacity 14,000, 16,000, 18,000 litres. We've got main colour, dumper colour. You can see what that colour is. The dumper colour in the middle is the middle sections, rim colour and license plate option there as well. And then finally we've got the Pinnacle tanker. Same thing again with our horsepowers, day cab attachers, capacity 14, 16, 18, 20 and 22,000 litres on this. Main colour is the bulk bit. Tank we've got chromed, silver, like a stainless steel type look. Then we've got, pick from any of those on there as you want. Rim colour and license plate option on there as well. That one will take all of those fluids listed below. So I just got this one out. Like I say, I did go L1, no option, R1, tip side back, tip side grain doors. There's nothing for opening the side doors. Unload here, does your usual unload. They're nicely made and detailed. It's just, like I say, it's the Pinnacle versions rather than the Anthem versions. So there we go. Pinnacle 6x4 pack. We're sprinting on to the last of the mods we're going to be looking at in person. And it's these over here. And I got some of these out because I wasn't sure, again, about the the operating procedures, let's just say that. So this is the French temporary marking by Kmara, 16.62 megabytes download. These range from 2s to 5s on the slot count. Now you will find these in your vehicles and machinery under miscellaneous. So we come to our miscellaneous there, and we start here. So now obviously some of them will be fine generically, like that for example, but some of them having the French writing on there, if you're not on a French map or you don't understand French, it may not be as relevant. But anyway, so we've got this option, that, back to that. Then we've got extra signage. It does say on top left what it is. So you've got tree trimming, mowing, mud, no. Sandbag, yes or no. And with the sandbag on or off, you can still lift these by hand. This one here, we've got road closed in 200 meters, truck exit, no road markings, mobile road work, alternating traffic, no parking, town hall or you'll be towed, peeps, back to road closed. Then we've got option on there for the sign panel configuration, sandbag yes and no. Then we come to the small round sign, no entry, arrow right, left, slight arrow right, slight arrow right and left, no overtaking, no parking, no priority, speed limit 50, speed limit 30, end of restriction, back to no entry, sandbag yes and no. This one we've got sandbag yes and no. That is priority given in which direction, whichever way you want to put it. Detour sign, left and right with sandbag. Then we've got this one here, we've got red and white checkerboard, end of construction, pedestrians, arrow right, arrow left, red and white checkerboard, sandbag yes and no. Cone, fairly standard, it's a cone that you can place. We've got the beacon. Now the beacon, I got one of these out because its appearance configuration, yes, I didn't know if those flashed or not. I haven't seen it come on. Whether it would come on at night, I would be surprised if it did, but it was not flashing. Then we've got lane dividers. They're going to put these out because it's got a hole and it's got the post. So you've got red or white, and I wasn't sure whether you could lift them. Can you slide them into each other? Can you make a, so I've got one of those out. Then we've got construction site barrier. Comes like that. Then we've got wire mesh barrier, appearance and configuration, no entry, accept local traffic, road closed, accept local traffic, back to that, and then public access sign, yes or no on there, and then the same with this one here. We run through the various different options like so. So you can lift them by hand, put them onto a trailer, whatever you want to do with them, place them wherever you want. Good to go. Same with this one here. I say that one hasn't got a flashing unit. It's a lot taller than I thought it was going to be. When you look, I don't know if the scale's off on that or whether it's supposed to be that size. I suppose it is supposed to be, isn't it? Just a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And then these ones here, they don't actually have a collision. You can kind of make it look like they're interlocked, like that. So you can just basically place them next to each other, but they're not technically locked together because I can just slide them apart. But you can. Like I say, I wanted to have a look. And the same with the fencing as well. If I lift the fencing section up, if I do it from here, you can get it as close to as possible. Just drop it into there. And you can set fencing up like that if you want. There is a new map out today. Welcome to Lehndorf by Frankenpower. I will get onto that. I might be able to do some prep this afternoon, but potentially that'll be a tomorrow morning, maybe. And there you go. That's it for the mods for today. On what we Wednesday the 20th. Good grief, yes. Wednesday the 20th of August. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.